1 minute.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Very good evening to one and all. I welcome you all to 337th meeting of Annual Toastmasters Club. I request you all to stand up for 2 minutes and to dance like no one is looking. Yes. Also, we can have our club's mission, as you all already know. It is our club's mission to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So, there are some hygiene instructions before part of the meeting. We have a gap here. Please take care while delivering your speech. Also, I request you not to change the arrangements of the desk. They have a particular arrangement. Also, please put your phone on silent and please do not disturb the speaker while the speech is in progress, and do not enter or move in and out of the room unless you hear the clap. Drinking water and washrooms are available outside. I invite now our presiding officer to officially open the meeting.
No guests this meeting. I can't see any new faces. Dharmesh, she got your wish. She asked me to keep my PO address very short. I told her it will depend on the number of guests that we will have today. So no guests. Couple of days back, I was feeling a little blue. Some things I had planned didn't go the way I wanted it to go, and I was in a foul mood basically. And that day, my mother decides to tell me that we are having guests home. Her childhood friend was coming to visit us. And trust me, I was in no mood to go and say namaste uncle, namaste auntie. But you know how moms are, what she says goes. So I didn't have a choice. I had to be present at 5 p.m. when they came. So my mom's friend and her husband, they came. And they came along with their daughter, the 6-year-old girl. As soon as she entered the room.
Yes, well.
As soon as she entered the room, for some reason, she ran across, she saw me, she ran across to me, such a broad smile, and she gave me this tight hug. I was taken aback. I was wondering, what is happening. Later on, I realized that she was on the autistic spectrum. But her smile, the innocence in that smile, the way she hugged me, it melted something in me. I felt so warm, and I felt my mood changing. So that's the first time I realized. I mean, I've obviously read about how hugs and smiles lower blood pressure, anxiety. I never really felt it, but that day I felt so nice. And I thought the next time I'm the PO, I'm going to share this with all of you. So please consider this my warmest hug to all of you sitting here today. Thank you. And with that, I will call upon our Toastmasters of the day for today. Today it's special. We're going to have two very special members of our club, Toastmaster Dharmesh and Toastmaster Praveen. Both of them, honestly, are my left and right hand when it comes to arranging meetings, setting up education sessions, everything. Very warm welcome to Toastmaster Praveen. And I forgot to do something. I declare meeting.
Hello everyone.
I hope you all know the theme of the today. It's what is it?
Dance like nobody is looking.
Dance like nobody is looking. So I am Dharmesh Joshi and I am Ravi. So we will be the Toastmasters of the day. So why do people hold back while dancing? Or how do you hold back while dancing? How many of you hold back while dancing? When you including me. I'll tell you the reason why I used to hold back. This was a short story about my college days. I went with my friends to a college party, and every bit of my friends was dancing, and I was sitting in the corner, and suddenly I thought that I should also dance. I was in my formals, I came in the center, and I started doing it. And then it was looking weird. So one of my friends came to me and said, "How are you doing this?" I'm trying to fit in the people who say that only dance is everything for them, and they judge them by the dance and not by the action. So he said, "Dada, overacting mat kar. There, so add something else, and you can talk." I didn't know any other steps. So what I did is that I remember one American song was named at that time. It was Muslim Park, where we used to it is bad. So I thought I will mix the two. So it was looking more weird, and one of the waiters came in and said, "Sir, are you okay?" So my friends were watching this, and it was really weird. And after that, every time they met me, they came to me and said, "Sir, you want this?" And that was because of that I used to hesitate dancing. But my theory, Praveen, you can say.
Yeah, so I also had taken a part in the rehearsal. It was the garden we actually, and we had rehearsed a lot, and like we were all enthused. We go and we dance well. So the dance started off real well. But halfway, we all missed the beat. So then one was trying to do here, one over here. And then after that, the dancing was over. There was the turned silence. So how you interpret it is now so yeah, so the benefit is what I always have, in my mind that I might make some mistake and while the dance.
So there are several reasons why people hold dancing. One is like fear of judgment. Like people think that what others will think of them. Like, look what he is doing. He is not doing properly. That we have in our mind, and that is why we hold back dancing. Second thing is that we are too like lack of confidence. We are too much shy. Like myself, I was very shy and did not try to dance. So we always think that I cannot dance like Hrithik Roshan or Shahid Kapoor, and so we really have that feeling that we will not be able to dance. We are too much self-conscious.
Yeah, when we also have some social anxiety that we will be embarrassed by how we dance, then we may have some experiences that have happened, like us too. So which holds us back.
Then why do you think they are promoting dance? This is because dance is a form of expressing our joy. We feel joy and energetic while we are dancing. And apart from that, there are some medicines like we learn communication skills in dancing. You will be surprised because we do our body gestures, how we behave while we dance. We also have to have active listening because we are dancing. We need to pick up the beats, and we also be expressive. So because of that, we need love communication skills.
It also helps us to develop leadership skills, right? Because you have to lead on the dance floor. You might not be so comfortable, but you do that, then you also learn how to follow your the dance partners and also that helps you to start to extend support to your partners and all. So now the question is, how do you start to the dance, right? How do you learn to overcome the reservations that you have? So from what I have been trying to do, I have not been so successful till now. But I have started out a bit slowly. So like to the dance at home, right? Or then take part in some the dancing events in a place which is what competition. Like stay over here. We should also keep in mind that there are no such rules, right? That you have to dance in this way and then you do this. So you have to establish your own rules. And then the main thing is that you have to practice a lot, because that is the only way that you can go ahead. So now it is time to fall on the pillars of our meeting, the tactic. So I would like to call on our Toastmaster, who is the marketing copywriter, and he loves to do backpacking, and he also loves to watch movies. So I will invite the groundarian Toastmaster on the stage. That grammar is instant or not. It reads into our speech. It reads into our language, especially when we are talking, and stands out like a sore thumb. As a grammarian of the day today, my duty is to pay close attention to everyone who speaks on the dais and note down all the improper use of language, grammar, vocabulary, codes, and diction. I would also like to introduce the word of the day and try to rest for today's meeting. The word of the day today is meticulous. It is of Latin origin and ironically translates to fearful. But the meaning of meticulous is something else that you can see on the board. The phrase of the day today is cut to the chase, and it was first used in an Hollywood film, silent film in 1929, because there was no speech in the film, and there would be title cards used to convey the message of the film. I request everyone to use the word of the day and phrase of the day, and give a thumbs up anytime any speaker uses the word of the day and phrase of the day. I will share the grammatical report when called upon by the judges. Over to you. So next up, we have the art counter, who is an architect and who loves to travel. Toastmasters master for Mumbai.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I think they are not there today. Today I'm our counter. This is I think my first time. The purpose of our counter is to note words and sounds which are the pressed on or clear by on the speaker. So, I will listen to all the overview words and so and plus I will listen to all pauses and killer words sounds like and that includes repetition of words like I mean, I know, no, like that. And at the end of the session, there will be report how many times each speaker has used these arts. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, now we have the time one Toastmaster Young who loves to read books and to go to the gymnasium. Toastmaster Young. During Toastmasters of the day, lot of masters and I am the timer of the day. So as the timer, my duty is to time the prepared speeches and evaluation speeches. For prepared speeches, time varies as per the project and will be stated by the evaluators. For instance, for icebreaker speech, time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes. For evaluation speech, time allotted is 10 minutes. So all speakers must complete their speech in the given time frame, otherwise they won't be eligible for award at the end of the meeting. I will show this green card at the minimum qualifying time. I will show the yellow card at the midpoint of the qualifying time. I will show this red card at the end of the qualifying time. All speakers, please note that there is a grace period of 30 seconds before the green card is displayed and after the red card is displayed. I will give the report when called upon. Thank you and over to you. Yeah.
We can have worship science speech towards the end, science and Sangeeta should be. Wasn't that science also will shift down if the electricity doesn't come by the time it's science turn? Because he had a presentation. Yeah.
So,
Who science and yeah, we shifted towards the end. Then we might get to move. And shoot at me. Both things happen. You can either go home early or shoot early. Because we will take up the night on.
we will now start off with the prepared speeches, and I would I'd like to invite the first evaluator who has done her MBA and who supposed to go on walks. Toastmaster,
Good evening, everyone. My target speaker for today will be Shine. She will be attempting her icebreaker speech. The purpose of this speech is to introduce herself to the club and also learn the basics of public speaking. Timer, please note the timing of the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best.
Right. Okay, so now I will invite the first speaker who will host to dance. And she had once joined some dance class on hip hop. She thought that she would do well. So she stood in the first row, but she was not able to do the dance steps all that well. So the instructor then asked her to go and stand in the first row. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Shine. Shine on. Shine on. Toastmaster Shine.
What a perfect time for the It was 6th of July 1987. A cute little child was born in the small towns of Butlergundu, Tamil Nadu. The mom picks up the kid with a lot of joy and she looks at her husband and she says, Papa, you named our first child. Now it's my turn. Yes, indeed it's your turn. Please go ahead and name our second child. Thank God for that. I'll tell you why a little later. Papa, I really like this name, actually Shiny Abraham. Should we name her Shiny? Yes, nice name. Let's just call her Shiny. And that's how I got my name, Shine. Itna bhari naam de to diya, but will I be able to shine on? It's funny, how sometimes parents don't realize how if the child is going to justify the name of it. For example, a name like Shanti. Imagine if Shanti can't stop talking. A live example is my mom, by the way, her name is Shanti. And she keeps talking all the time. Well, my parents had huge expectations that their daughter will shine on. Let's see if I do. Well, childhood passed by. I entered schooling. My mom says I used to score really well in my second grade. But slowly and gradually, my grades started to improve to an extent that I used to fail in languages. I cleared my 10th with a decent distinction. Well, not really a moment to shine on because being a South Indian, all your stupid cousins are getting 90 plus and still cribbing about their grades, right? So I wasn't very sure of what I wanted to do. So a counselor suggested me that take up science because it's easier to change field later on. So taking his advice, I took up science. I did it from SIS talent. How did I get through with such grades? Donation seat, Papa's Pali after all. Where did I shine on in junior college? Not really. My grades deteriorated even more. So I cleared my 12th with something around I did product designing, but nothing seemed successful. All my friends used to literally tease me that what all are you going to try? So eventually I followed the crowd. I did what my friends were doing. So most of them were doing engineering. So I too landed up doing engineering. I did it from SIS NEL. How did I get through? Donation seat, Papa's study after all. So did I shine on in engineering? So, I cleared my engineering with a decent first class. And post that, unfortunately, there was a recession. And there was nobody who was getting jobs, and including me because my grades were so low. I wasn't again sure of what I wanted to do. So for months, I was literally sitting at home doing nothing. It was a big struggle for me to understand what I like, what should I do ahead in life. So something struck, right? My mom had told me years back to get into the beauty industry because she belonged to the beauty industry. But I always rejected her, telling that it's not something that, it's not a respectable profession. My friends are going to make fun of me. At this time, I thought I should give it a try. So with a brilliant idea, I went up to my parents. I told them that, Amma, Appa, I think I want to try getting into the beauty industry. They were so mad at me. Firstly, for wasting all these years. And secondly, for all the donation they have paid, for my education and all the money I have wasted. But any which ways, being Papa's parent, he again supported me. He sent me to a good institute and I started learning hairdressing. For the first time, I loved what I was doing. I was looking forward to learn more and more. And there was no looking back at this time. I remember me and my mom, we once went for this hair show by Swashpop, which happens in a very grand way in the best of hotels, and the entire industry people are there for shows like this. And me and my mom were standing behind because there was literally no place to sit. And I was meticulously watching each and everything that was happening on stage. And I was so amused and amazed by the artists performing, the kind of creativity that was happening on stage. And by the end of the show, I told my mom that, Mom, one day I'm going to be there. It's been 13 years now, I'm into the industry. And it's been a beautiful journey. And I've fulfilled my dreams of performing as an artist on stage. And I'm also proud to announce that I'm one of the creative ambassadors of one of the biggest brands, which is L'Oreal Professional. I run a successful salon called Time Machine, which is one of the biggest and highest rated salons in Navi, Mumbai. I also run a training institute wherein we train people in the field of beauty. I've also won a lot of international and national awards for my hair and makeup artistry. So this time I did shine on. So my reason to join Toastmasters is because I want to shine on by fulfilling my dreams of coming on the TEDx stage one day. My today's mission to shine on would be by winning the speech of the day. So, cut to the chase. If you have a mission, if you have a dream, just work hard towards it, and one day you will shine on. By the way, my sister's name is Gledesh. Thank you so much.
So, next up, we have an graduator who has always wanted to dance, but has held back. But over the last 2 years, he has become more comfortable. Thanks to all of us here. So I would like to even invite Toastmasters each to explain the speech or the objectives of Toastmasters research.
Toastmaster Vishal is attempting project level 1 from presentation mastery. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is for the member to give speech on any topic after learning and reviewing the basic speech techniques.
The next speaker is someone who does not know to the hands. But there was an incident where after consuming 18 glasses of a non-alcoholic drink, he was so tired out that he danced for 2 hours non-stop. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Richard. Toastmaster Richard, hello. For the bicycle, how for the bicycle, Toastmaster Richard.
Dear Toastmaster today, Toastmaster, and yes, 15 years ago when I was 9 years old, I was coming back from my tuition classes and I saw one bicycle parked outside my house. I was like, which bicycle is this? After looking at the bicycle, I ran upstairs and asked my mom, Mom, whose bicycle is this? Is it ours? My mom replied, yes, sir. Again, I ran downstairs and looking at the bicycle meticulously. After looking at for 5 minutes, my father came downstairs and asked, would you like to ride it, sir? I said, yes, father. Then he removed all the plastics which was covering the bicycle. And then I rode a bicycle for the first time in my life. And it was my first bicycle. Whenever I came from my tuition classes, I just put my bag at home, forget dinner, everything, and I go downstairs, pick the bicycle, and do the cycling for more than 2 to 3 hours every day. And that's how I fell in love with cycling. After 3 months, my father took the bicycle to the garage and removed the supporting wheels. And then the struggle started. I was not able to balance it. I was not able to ride it properly. I ended up with a lot of injuries on my hand and knees. And then still, there is something which is there inside me. And I was like, okay, let's do it. We will going to ride it. Then I took the help of my father and asked him to just hold the bicycle from behind and I will ride it. He used to do this. And after some days, gradually I learned to ride the bicycle without the supporting wheel. Then I participated in a lot of competitions in my school, colleges, and I won a lot of medals. Then when I was, after 5 years, my father bought a new bicycle on my birthday. And it was bigger than the previous one. And again, I struggled to ride. I was not able to ride it because my foot was not touching the ground, and again, a lot of injuries on my hand and knees. Then I took the help of my father and asked him, please help me again. He said, okay, sir. Then I started, again, I do the same thing, my father holds the bicycle from behind. Right. Slowly, gradually, I learned that when I was in my 10th standard, there was a marathon from our college or school, and I participated in this. And I came first in that marathon. It was 10 kilometers long, and I was like, come on, we have to do it, and I won that marathon. After my schooling and 12th, when I was in my graduation, there is a lockdown imposed. And due to this, I was not able to graduate. And I was like feeling very bad and very sad, like what to do now, because I have a lot of time but I can't ride. And 8 months from there, I was not able to ride it and ended up with gaining a lot of weights, and I was like 100 kgs at that time. Then when the lockdown was lifted up, and again I started to ride. I was riding not every day, but ended, like I was only riding for Sundays. And every Sunday I went to different places. Last Sunday I was in Khargar. I went to Khargar from Koper Kerala at 5 o'clock in the morning. Finally, cycling taught me a lot of things. First, when I was in my graduation, I realized this thing when I was in my graduation. First, always, sometimes in your life, you have to remove the supporting wheel and try to balance your professional life and personal life. Second, at some point in your life, you need that hand which will grab you from behind and it will help you to reach your destination. Third, always try to bounce back. I fall a lot of times while cycling, but I started again and I was started again and try to achieve whatever I want. So always try to bounce back, and when you will fall in your life, please try to get up and try to achieve your goal. These were the lessons which I learned from cycling. Over to you, Krishna.
To explain the series of the Toastmaster Sahil's speech. We have a Toastmaster who has done her MBA in HR and who loves to dance and to ask for parallelities. So we have Toastmaster reading.
Hello everyone. Toastmaster Sahil is giving his level 1 project 2 speech from Pathway Leadership Development. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a organized speech on any topic. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Sahil. Thank you.
So Toastmaster Sahil knows to cook and he also learned how to exercise. So I would now like to invite him for his speech. Startups, success, and failures. Startups, success, and failure. Toastmaster Sahil. Any founders, co-founders, or founding team members in a startup? Quite a few. I think you will resonate a lot with me and they will be something new for others to learn. Good evening, Toastmasters, Toastmaster day, Toastmaster and guests. Tonight, I'm here to share some insights on startup world, drawing experience of my working with startup and a Shark Tank story of a friend. Startup are initiative behind startup again an initiative which are tackling some specific problems or fulfilling some unmet needs. In India, startup culture field with the launch of groundbreaking companies called Paytm, which fast-speed the digital payments for us, and Flipkart, which solved the last-minute delivery. This Shark Tank, the startup culture field with the launch of Shark Tank in last 3 years, which added fuel to already rapidly growing culture of a startup in India. Nowadays, everyone wants to launch a startup or they want to join one. However, we have to acknowledge a very harsh reality where the number of startups are growing
opening at an electric rate, and they are which are getting closer also. One of the Shark Tank story which I want to tell, I met a founder in Bengaluru, a founder friend. We, along with some of the friends, were helping him getting selected for the pitching of Shark Tank. We were helping with him preparing pre-pitches so that he gets selected and present in front of Sharks. And yes, he was selected to present in front of Sharks. So Yogesh himself involved. Yogesh himself involved converting clubs, cafes into a working space during the daytime, which was very boom at a COVID time because everyone was working from home. A notion which this time is for success, doesn't turn out like that. I know what happened with your when he president in front of Sharks. That's even worse than this. He was even bashed badly by the Sharks and he didn't get funding. Down the line, 1 year, he has to shut it down the startup and eventually close the startup. So there's a question for you. Why do you think most of the startup fails, or why did Yogesh end up failing? Anyone?
I don't know about Yogesh, but the co-working space depends on occupancy. And keeping the occupancy is churning a lot of them. We tried it out. It is very difficult to make a co-working space run.
No, any generic reason why most of them
Lack of research.
funding. So, assistance. Right.
Planning.
So these are the one of the most reasons. I think one was very close. Next slide. So one of the top reason is they don't need about product. People often fail to validate the market. They fail to do a market research and they just bet on their idea. Even stats say only 2% of startups will survive after 5 years of working. There are other reasons like funding, market strategy, which led to numerous reasons of startups. Nowadays, the startup culture is in a rat race where everyone wants to secure a funding. They want to bet on valuation gain and not solve the problems and eventually create a better future. Now, coming to my own experience, I've been privileged enough to work with domestic and international startups which have achieved remarkable success. $1 billion in valuation and $1 million in funding. I would like to put 2 examples where I was working with PTM during COVID. I know PTM is bad news, but PTM is one of the best innovative startups who revolutionized startup culture in India. So during COVID time, we found one problem which was unmet. You might relate the vaccine slot finder. Everyone was facing an issue. So we ideated to get it to chase, we built a problem and found a solution, and within 3 days we were live in market and we got immense success. And on another hand, Paytm was and planning of launch in IP. Paytm played also very game of getting valuation things where they launched Paytm Mall, fantasy cricket teams, and multiple things which eventually failed up for them. So which was a bad idea. So in conclusion, with working with around 5 to 6 startups, interacting with 24 founders and a startup city called Bengaluru, I came to a conclusion. There are 2 types of startups. One which actually want to solve a problem, and other are about a big value building numbers. The one which are meticulous, do market research, customer empathy, validate the idea, are more designed to win or get success. And there are other which just are biased toward their ideas, or they have no customer empathy, faces are higher chances of get failure and eventually go through that. Thank you.
Next up is Toastmaster Navi, who will how to make these pitches. I would I think to explain the speaker of objectives of the next.
My target speaker for today is Toastmasters Senior. She would be delivering her level 1 project to speech with the pathway presentation mastery. Timer, please note the time will be 5 to 7 minutes. The project name is to learn basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose.
Toastmaster, he is a PA who loves to read and book, and her philosophy towards dancing is that there is no one way to dance. So I would like to know if it's a point. One thing grows on trees. One thing grows on trees. Toastmaster.
So mine grows on trees. How many of you all think that's true? I would say share of your own personal money tree. If you're interested, in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to give you 3 principles that will help you do exactly that. Yes, how to be financially free. Financial freedom, in the words of who have it, is the ability to live a desired lifestyle without having to work or depend on anyone for money. Active income, how much you earn, get to the job. Passive income on your money earned without having to. For example, the interest that we get on bank fixed deposit or the dividend that we earn from investment in shares or the rent that we get from these. Financial freedom for passive income. Help you plan your own personal money. First, plan the seed. That is, first, invest 10% of your income. Tony Robbins says, what if the government increases taxes? We do. It's great, you might complain, but ultimately you will have to think of this. Yourself, your finance. For example, you have started bank accounts. What you could do is set up a mutual fund SIP that gets debited to your bank account for 6 months. Effectively, the very first thing that you do with your income is invest it. No, you don't spend it. You don't even pay your EMI. The first thing you do is yourself. So the first principle, plant the seed. The second principle, nurture the sapling. Live within 55% of your income. It is said, cut your coat according to your clothes. You all heard it, right? Chicken chadar, utne hi pair chalana. It's very possible to live your income. Of our clothes, basically means the money that we spend on 80% of clothes is a it's perfect candidate. startups failing because they run out of money. So when I started my business, I had the need to conserve cash. So I took the borrow. So fine. It's been 3 years. I haven't got a lot of money. Switch credit cards and switch to cash. Warren Buffett has had an American Express card since 1960, but 98% credit cards. Getting track. Which, by the way, is the death trap for any finance. So the second principle, nurture the salary. Live within 55% of your income. The third principle, share the fruit. Give 5% of your income. And here I would request you all to do this little exercise. Take a deep breath with the intention of filling up your lungs. Thought I heard someone exhale. Meenakshi. Yes, please go. What about exit? Just to say, we need to give, get, next. That's the universal law. Give of ourselves with more goes backwards. So give 5% of your income and give with a happy heart. Second, not just 50% of your income. Third, share the group. Give 5% of the income. Thank you.
We move the next speech. Before the speech, we would like to call the graduator. So, I call the graduator, Toastmaster Rati. Before that, we need to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Sanish. So Toastmaster Pratik would be giving evaluation of his speech. So it's a part of the level 1 third project, wherein a member has to evaluate a speech of another member and has to provide an analytical and constructive feedback. And I will be providing evaluation of the evaluation given by Toastmaster. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Pratik. Uh, she loves spending time with her loved ones and watching movies. And whenever she dances like crazy, and she dances like no one is watching. You can explain the objective of it.
So my target speaker today is Sanjeev Banerjee, and whose pathway is presentation mastery. He will be delivering his level 1 project free speech. And he will be delivering his pathway is introduction to vocal variety in body language. So his time is 5 to 7.
So, speaker for today's speaker is Sanjeev Banerjee. He loves traveling and food, and his dancing skills, according to him, needs a lot of improvement. And most of his time, dancing happens during his annual conferences and galas. And he is so much intoxicated in a state of mind and does not have a clear memory of his dance. So I would like to thank Mr. Sanjeev Banerjee. This platform comes to the city mouse and the country mouse, the city mouse and the country mouse, Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. Has anybody not heard this childhood table? City mouse and the country mouse? So many of you have not heard. Okay. So during the break time, I must tell you this part. So basically, it's nothing but a city mouse pays a visit to the country mouse who is sitting comfortably in his village part or something. And if he gets a FOMO, then the country mouse visits the city mouse, then he gets, dejected, exhausted, and he comes back to the country. So it's very nice. Tony, I would expect you all to go to that. So hold this thought just for a while in your mind while you move across to the new very interesting topic. And this is a research scientist, Dr. Sachinandan got up from the Solve Institute of Biological Science, US. What did Dr. Panda do? He did a very interesting experiment. He divided the group of mice into two, with the same amount of food for everybody. Mice were divided into two groups. One group was allowed to eat whenever they want, in 24 hours. Another group was said that you can only eat 8 to 12 hours. They ate. Both of them were clean. Guess what happened after the experiments? What did Dr. Panda find? So Dr. Panda finds out that now a group of mice which has eaten for only 8 to 12 hours per day resulted in more slimmer and more healthier skin, and also the body. So this was a unique experiment which tells you that when one eats is very important as how much the person eats. Right? So the quantity is not important, the timing is important. So this was the revelation made by Dr. Panda. So can be a little heavy right now, but I can tell you about this very interesting topic. So it has been widely recognized now that weight gain, okay, weight gain is not anything else, it's a hormonal issue. Anybody disagrees? It's a hormonal issue, and the hormone responsible for weight gain is insulin. Not for diabetes, for everybody, all of us. So whenever we have food, so the food gets absorbed in the bloodstream and then it gets attached to the insulin. So that the insulin basically is produced from the islets of Langerhans, which is there in your pancreas. So that insulin helps the excess food that we have eaten, like a vada pav in this instance, and brings it back to your body's warehouses or the refrigerator episode. Where are the warehouses? Everybody knows, right? So all these places are warehouses in the body, keeps excess amounts of food and energy. So what happens basically is that in a refrigerator, if you keep on putting things, don't take anything out. What will happen? One day, that refrigerator will come down, or the food will start, disappearing or disintegrating or something. But this is exactly what will happen. So this happened with me during home. Continuously, I was eating all types of food, homely food, eaten 4 times a day. During meetings, also munching was going on. So I needed help. The help was provided
to me by internet. So I got a lot of information, what to eat, what not to eat. So my strategy was simple. After doing elaborate research, the strategy was simple. It was twofold. First one, to get rid of the fast food. Why fast food? Because fast food has three unique things, which is the darling of the food industry. What are those? Salt, sugar, and fat. Okay, the moment you have salt, sugar, and fat, you get tempted, right? So that was one thing which is I have to make a choice what to do. So one was that, another was intermittent fasting. So these are the two things. Now speaking about fast food, I already saw. Speaking about what exactly you need to do, what the food choices. Would you believe or agree with me that a person who lives in a village is much more conscious about food, or he does not get the opportunity to have all these foods which we have as compared to a city person? You don't get Maggies, you don't get pizzas. Maybe in the village you don't get it. The person has to travel back to the city. The person wants to have something. So his food choices are restricted by force. Or I'll give you another example. What if you think that your great grandfather would be eating, or was he more healthier than you were at your age? Right. So was he having access to all these lovely foods that we have? So I had to make a choice, right? So whether to go for Indian food or Western food, that is one. Next, I met a doctor. This is another example, short period. I met a doctor, I knew a doctor. He said that the food that we eat in India, the historical food that we eat in India, are basically full of medicinal properties. Black pepper, turmeric, cumin, cinnamon, all these are having tremendous medicinal properties. So Ayurveda is nothing but prevention of disease. In modern medicine, what we know is disease management. You have to get sick, go to the hospital, and they do something with it. I did a lot of things, switched to organic food also, apart from junk food, then I switched to organic food also. Burned a whole in my pocket, but still, so wait, let me have that. So, in 2 months of time, I lost 10 kilos. But the crux of the meticulously done thing was that I did not cut down on any kind of food. I had one sweet every day. Being a Bengali, I had one sweet. Even if it's one sweet every day, I lost it. So I proved Dr. Panda, right? Right. So I want to talk about intermittent fasting in the next speech to help you all. Thank you so much.
I would like to introduce next evaluator. Next evaluator loves tracking, learning new language, and she once participated in a dance in the third standard, and it was not that enjoyable. The reason was that on the main event, the stage collapsed. Only all the children fall down. So, not a funny incident, but a horrifying incident.
Good evening to Toastmaster and my target speaker is Toastmaster Navi. She is attending level 1 and project 3 from motivation strategy. And the purpose of speech is vocal direction. Timer, please note the speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best.
Now I will talk about our participate. She wanted to dance in front of new audience. So she participated in our Toastmasters meeting in Soho Club, and she wanted to see if she could, even she forgot the steps, even she could there enjoy the dance or not. Later on, she found that even if she forgot the steps, she did enjoy her dance, and we all enjoyed the dance. So let me call upon Toastmasters. Toastmasters, tallest friends, tallest class of friends.
Toastmasters.
Heated romance. This is for life. While Valentine's Day might just have passed, I am here to talk about some different kind of stuff. Does anyone here know what is celebrated on 13th February? That's right. Valentine's Day. Hi and a very warm welcome to one and all present here. Myself, Vanisha, and I'm here to speak about Valentine's Day and why it holds a special place in my heart. So 2023 wasn't the best year for me between running off CA studies and my health crisis. I was running between the two. And for me, every doctor had suggested one thing. That was exercise, exercise, and exercise. Cut to the chase, I did agree to the doctors and decided to think about what to do. Now, I wasn't a stranger to sweat, and for me, marathon was a favorite activity until July 2023. After that, procrastination was my new favorite sport. It was always like next. And the Monday came, maybe a next Monday, the date isn't really right. We'll wait for the first. When the first came, it wasn't a Monday. So, exactly on says, life really doesn't go as planned. And it has its own way to surprise. And then came 1st January, Monday, 2024. Well, it wasn't the first and the best start I envisioned for myself. But maybe I started looking for every new gym or a fitness place that I can go. That was the time when I called my best friend, Aliza. Now we met and we meticulously planned all our schedule. Waking up at 6, fueling our bodies with breakfast, reaching the gym by 7:30 max. And after an hour and a half of sweat, maybe a little too much of talking, to go and study and also polish our resume. So it was a great plan. Perfect, it might seem, right? But Arya Bhatt once said, perfection is boring. And trust me, why do you need perfection when you have such awesome friends? And that was us. Our gym trainer suggested us not to come on the same time because of our chatty nature. We used to talk about everything around and gossip. But he didn't know who else pushed me to do those extra 5 push-ups. When I couldn't know my own strengths, but she knew me better. Yes, we did not pick up the 20 kg dumbbells, but 5, maybe 2.5 kg was just a start. Moving on, we also found ourselves stuck with the society's impression of 2 very underweight people going to the gym with the heavy bags. We always found ourselves more cautious about how we look or how we appear. But yes, we never say no to a post-workout pizza or a donut or a brownie. But honestly, we might be the most unwavering support to each other. We might be having daily pep talks to support each other. But that is our secret, to have each other's back and fight against our self-doubts sometimes. But finding a true friend in this ever-changing shifts going on in the world, I have found the right person to justify PP's dialogue. Boyfriends and girlfriends might come and go, but this is for life. Like you said, not Valentine's, but Valentine's. So later on coming forward, we understood that how important friendship is. And on my first day in Toastmasters also, I said that if this is a family, I'd like to be a part of it. And I did not know that everyone would open their arms so big and just invite me like a little baby. So I have a toast for every one of you here. So thank you and cheers to all of those friends who have made our jaws ache until we died laughing. Even if that was by calling for party like Toastmasters with you. Or even by humorous speech by Toastmaster Krati. Thank you for that.
Well, cheers to those friends who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Thank you, Toastmaster Navi. Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. And thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Cheers to those friends who always keep inspiring me. Thank you, Toastmaster Meenakshi. Thank you, Toastmaster Jemmy, who's my mentor as well. To those friends who always had my back and not forgetting anything. If I forget, they cover it up for me. Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi and Toastmaster Manipa. So, why do you need friends? Oh, sorry. Why do you need perfection when you have such close friends? Thank you.
So, like all the next graduates, I would like to ask you guys, how many of you, what was the reason of you joining the Toastmasters? Many of you will say, improve your communication skills and improve your social network and all that. Now, I read today's introduction, and in that, one person had written that she had joined Toastmasters to participate in competitions. Well, so we already know that Toastmaster Meenakshi, she has already won the Kani contest in our club against the evaluation competition with the club, and now she is participating in our ISC contest. So let us welcome Toastmaster Meenakshi.
To be very honest, I don't remember writing. My target. Speaker Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti is attempting level 3 project 2, which is an elective, researching and presenting. The purpose of this project is for her to learn and review the basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. All the best. Timer, please not 5 to 7. I remember this.
So, how many of you are here are South Indians? So, do you guys dance during your weddings? No. Okay. When I asked my next speaker about dance, he told me that we are South Indians and traditional, and we don't dance. Here question why. You can answer those questions. Why
Ma'am, all present here, friends, women in the country. All in country know I'm a finance professional and an educator, economics educator. More than one person has told me that they're expert. Oh, research is presenting your alley, down your alley. You're going to have numbers. Yes, I'm going to talk about theories. In economics, one of the primary ways to study anything is to study theories. We will give you a dirty books. This is not about economics. So, is to study theories. So today, let us look at a few theories and then let us see where we are going with those theories. Theories which are fun, maybe fact, maybe fiction. Can we go to this? Anybody guess what we are looking at? Edge of the world. One of the famous photographs used by Flat Earther Society. Flat Earther Society is a society which believes that the earth is not a globe, it is flat. Because they believe that you are living on a bowl or a globe doesn't resonate with them.
For anyone still wondering, my theories today are going to be a lot of conspiracy theories. So this society not just exists in 2024, ladies and gentlemen. This society saw a whooping increase of 15% in their membership during COVID era. This society has a monthly newsletter. I'm tempted to say like Toastmasters, but I don't know. So it has a monthly newsletter you can subscribe to and will come to you. They don't resonate with the fact that they live on a mall. Can someone tell me what this is? This is a moon. My God. The moon is not true. The moon is a projection. It has been projected there by people so that you do not realize that there is a rogue planet called Nibiru. Nibiru is a planet that scientists don't want you to know about because that planet is going to come and collide with Earth and create apocalypse. This is also a theory propagated by Flat Earthers Society, which say that the moon is a projection. That is our purpose. Anybody can identify this person. Alright. They have spent so much money and he still brings checks. People don't know anything. He's a vampire. I will tell you, this is not an insinuation. Scientific logic. King Charles comes from a bloodline shared by Vlad the Impaler, who was a Roman emperor in 1448. This person, or the nickname given to him and his father, are the inspiration for the Dracula series. Dracula, vampire, Vlad the Impaler, King Charles. So King Charles, vampire, how don't you get it? This is a very famous theory about the royal family, which says that King Charles is a vampire. Ladies and gentlemen, most common conspiracy theory. I'm not going to talk about it, just mention. Or rather, you are. This is landing on the moon.
It will land on the moon.
It will land on the moon. Common conspiracy theory which says moon landing. Anybody can tell me this. I am really missing Toastmasters here today. Earth will become something. How interesting. In 2012, the Higgs boson particle was established. CERN, no, that matter is not a conspiracy theory. CERN in Switzerland conducted an experiment in 2012 and established the existence of the Higgs boson particle, or what is called the God particle. They said that this experiment gives you a way to understand Genesis, or from where matter came. What are you nodding your heads at? No. Actually, in 2012, the world ended. We have not realized the world, Earth, got sucked into black hole. Conspiracy theory said, 2012, the Earth got sucked into a black hole and it ended, and we never realized. Can we go? Anyone?
Bill Gates.
COVID vaccine. How many conspiracy theories? I will go only into two. One, that COVID vaccine was for birth control. And then second, COVID vaccine has a chip which has been injected into you so you can be controlled. This is not even original. This is from the book Divergent. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't move. Anybody can identify. No, normal place. This is Denver Airport.
I don't circus.
The conspiracy theory about Denver Airport is that this is the headquarters of Illuminati. Illuminati is supposed to be the most powerful organization on this earth, which includes
Beyonce. Lady Gaga.
Rothschild, one of the wealthiest only banking families
So these are all supposed to be part of Illuminati, who's supposed to be controlling the world. Lots of conspiracy theories, lot of research. Why am I wasting my time in this? All of us had a good time. All this sounded stupid. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, why do people believe in this? Why do these theories have following? Why are they propagated? Why are they propagated? Lots of theories about that too. I will tell you what I understand. More and more as we move, and there are more and more people following conspiracy theories because we live in a world which feeds insecurity, which feeds fear, and the human mind cannot take the unexplained. The psyche needs something to be explained, and we do not have what the previous generation fell back on: human relationships. We are into our mobile phones, into social media, into everything on our laptop, nothing on the top of our laps. You don't have younger cousins, kids, nephews, nieces, or somebody on whose lap you sit and vent. We are moving away from human relationships, which is our comfort zone. And since you don't have a comfort zone, we find such stupid comfort. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you think conspiracy theories have to go down, what is our affection theories? That was my speech for today. Namaskar.
Now we will have a break for 10 minutes. We'll come back after 10 minutes.
Yeah, leave it. Pause.
तुझे